Most of my childhood, I had no father figure. So I was left to fend for myself. And my mother, who took care of all of us 100%, had to deal with everything. It was really hard, it was difficult for both sides, for my mother and for me and my siblings. Now, my stepfather, he used to be a complete arsehole, okay? And to be honest, he used to be a bit abusive. But that's because he wasn't on the right medication for his condition, bipolar. But now he's on the right medication and he's doing a lot better now. But either way, I didn't have a father figure growing up. There was just a man sat on the sofa watching TV all day. Father figures are really, really important to children and teenagers. Because without a father figure, you don't get the many, many life lessons and teachings and experiences. And it shapes the child completely differently. And they get shaped completely differently because they have to be brought up by the mother who tries so hard, but she's so tired. She tried so incredibly hard, and I love my mother so much for that. But that's not a true way to bring up your child, is it? I mean, now, this woke society that we live in, people would say, girl power. No, alright, no. You don't raise a child on your own. Unless you have to, obviously. But in an ideal world, you shouldn't be raising a kid on your own. There should be some sort of masculine figure. But not the mother. The mother shouldn't be the masculine one. Because she's meant to be feminine. And without a polarized relationship between parents, the kid sort of formulates a false understanding of relationships and love, which happened to me, which is why I had such a shit time with relationships growing up, because I'd never seen a true one before, a true happy one. I mean, in my last video, sorry, no, the video before that, or was it the last video? No, one of my previous videos, I talked about one of my experiences with love, and it didn't go well. Broke up with one girl, rebound girl, both of them purely attracted to them and didn't even know them. Lasted 2 weeks, got extremely heartbroken. Yeah. So overall, it was completely shit because I had no understanding. But now, my stepdad has changed a lot. He's had a kick up the backside and he's really trying now. I mean, yeah, they argue sometimes. All parents argue. It's natural, But other than that, he's starting to become a real dad. And the relationship between me and him gets stronger every day. And every day he teaches me more of his wacky stories, more of his experiences and his teachings. Yeah, they can be out of whack sometimes because of his bipolar, but either way, I can still take something from it. And that's why father figures are so important. You can always take a teaching or a lesson from what they say, because they have so much wisdom. They have so much experience you don't understand. To be fair, I didn't understand. I used to hate him for those stories because I just saw him as a weirdo. And I just, over time, I just grew to despise him. But that was when I was completely feminine, you know. This is years ago now. Yeah, completely feminine. And I was essentially one of the woke people, you know. Which I'm luckily not now. Because they've gone down a complete shithole, let's be honest. Anyone in their right mind would realise that the modern world is going to shit, essentially. Got off track. Okay, where was I? Okay, so if you don't have a father figure, I'm so sorry. I mean, that's so shit. But you can't give up now. You've got to strive to be better. You've got to strive to be able to be the man that stays, that doesn't get divorced after 11 years, that doesn't get his house taken away from him, doesn't get his kids taken away. You've got to strive to be the best version of yourself. That's why self-improvement exists. To help others and to help grow yourself. Without those teachings, the child becomes overwhelmed and drowned in the wokeness of the world. And you know how that turns them. Fucking red-haired geeks, furries, you know, the false LGBTQ plus IA, etc. I don't even stand for LGBT anymore. I'm not homophobic. It's just they don't even stand for what they used to stand for. There are people doing protests in fucking bondage. Kids are gonna see you, degenerate piece of shit. Like, they just don't. They have no standards anymore. We used to just accept them for who they were and carried on with our day. Now they do all this bullshit. And now they've created a million genders and a million sexualities. That's what happens when you don't have a father figure. That's where you get the meme, fatherless behaviour, from. You'd want to be that father that teaches their child how to be a man. Wouldn't you? Picture in your head 10, 20 years from now. You've got a lot of money. Your wife doesn't have to work. You two are madly in love, and you will be for the rest of your lives. You've got however many children you want. That child's happy. That child looks up to you. A perfect life. A lot of kids decide to look up to superheroes. And if you are a father and your child looks up to superheroes, that means you're not being as good of a father. You've got to show your child how important a father is and how strong you are as a father, to give them an example of how strong to be. Because the reality of it is, your child should look up to you. You should be your child's hero. That is the importance of a father figure. Is staying with your kid and your wife as a father and taking care of them masculine or feminine?